waiting for a glow up. You can do it yourself without waiting for something to happen. You need to like actually work on it and manifest it for yourself, because just waiting for a glow up is not gonna work. And my credentials are, I used to look like this and now I look like this. And I did a lot of things to glow up, and I'm gonna talk about literally every single one of them in this video and talk to you exactly about how I gained confidence and how you can gain confidence, and the simple steps that I did to change my mentality and my mindset about all of this. Hi everyone, my name is Mar, and if you're new here, I post weekly videos about beauty. Sometimes I do talking videos, sometimes I do travel vlogs or daily vlogs. But this video specifically, we're gonna be chatting together. We're gonna be talking about all things confidence and glow up, because when I was younger, I used to be like you guys. I used to be not confident. I used to be like not attractive. I used to not really care much about my looks, and I used to be like in a very terrible mindset that I completely shifted away from. This is like the first video I do of this sort, because like usually I do like kind of like beauty tutorials, makeup routines, like makeup tips and tricks, but I want to like put myself more out there. I want to be more active on YouTube. I want to be like your big sister. I want to be like someone that you guys come to when you need advice, someone that you look up to, someone that you're okay having a conversation with, because it's a safe space here for all the girlies, and I want you guys to feel confident with that. A little backstory about this photo I posted over here about my before. So this photo was when I was like 17, 18 years old. When I first moved to Canada, I was like just about to start university, and I was like super unconfident with myself, not confident with my looks, not confident with my body. I was like very shy, but at the same time, like I'm not a shy person. I'm like a very extroverted introvert. A lot of people around me were like, oh Amara, you're like a shy person. So I kind of like took that to be my personality. I was like, oh, everyone thinks I'm shy, then like I'm just gonna be that shy person that everyone thinks I am, even though I'm not. I feel like a lot of people have been in this situation where they just take on the personality that others like put for them in their heads without like it being them, and you just stop feeling like yourself because of that. So the first thing I do to glow up and shift from this mindset is to start thinking more about myself, like putting myself first, putting myself before others, putting myself before my siblings, before the people I cared about, and like just caring about myself from within, because a lot of the time I felt like I was neglecting myself and like putting others in front of me when I shouldn't have. Like when you think about it, it's like, yeah, it's the selfless thing to do, but at the same time it's like you're neglecting yourself, and you should be putting all this care on yourself and not on others. And that's also around the time where I actually started actively taking care of my physical health in terms of fitness, which comes to point number 2, which is taking care of your health. And taking care of your health doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have to work out every day. It's like also like taking the vitamins and supplements that you need, like eating like healthy food, like a whole food diet. I was like in an era during this like past version of myself where I wasn't eating healthy food. I was binge eating a lot of the time. I was like barely eating some of the times, which was something that I shouldn't have done like ever. And at the same time, I was like in a really bad mental state where I was neglecting myself from like a mental and physical standpoint, because I really cared about what other people thought of me when I shouldn't have. And to be honest, like I saw someone say this on TikTok recently. Why care about what other people think of you when you don't even like want the life that they have? Like, why take advice from people that don't have what you want? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why are you trusting the opinion of others that just aren't on par with your vision for yourself in the future? Which then leads me to point number 3 on how to glow up and start becoming confident. When you stop thinking of other people's opinion and what other people think of you, and start thinking more of yourself, taking care of your physical and mental health, you also start believing in yourself. And this is like the most important point in like glowing up, because when you start believing in yourself, like I don't care if people call it delusional, if people are like, oh, like this is not gonna work, you're just being like hella delulu. I even thought that I invented the term delusional and delulu because I kept saying it when I was in New York a few months ago to my friend, and they're like, oh my god, like I love that you're using this term, but then everyone else started using it. So I technically did not create the term delulu, but let's pretend that I did, because maybe I did. So when you do start putting yourself up there and like start thinking in this mindset where you're like, yeah, I can do this, even though there might be obstacles or you might think that you can't do it, when you start believing that you can do whatever you want, this is when the shift happens and you actually start gaining what you want, which is kind of like on par with manifesting. You know how when you like manifest something, when you like put out a vision board, it then happens and becomes a reality because you're literally manifesting it. So you manifest the life that you want and you manifest that confidence that you need. Back then in my old state, I used to like let other people kind of control my life and let other people like puppet me around, but like now I take control of everything because I am confident, and I think that like I want to live the life that I want and I don't want other people to dictate it or control it. And like it truly made me lead to the next step that I'm going to mention here, which is cutting off everyone that does not benefit you, cutting off the people that are negative in your life, cutting off anyone that is hurting your growth and your confidence, including those that are blood related to you, which can sound really harsh and hard, but you have to take those steps in order to like elevate to the next level and become the version of yourself that you truly wanted to be, the version of yourself that you've been hiding from everyone else because you weren't confident enough. And with that being said, like for me, I literally had to cut out some family members that were so negative to me, that were affecting my life like downwards in a negative space and were really in the way of my personal growth and my personal confidence as a person in my own personal life journey. Which is like, yeah, if you think about it, it's really harsh. Like, why do you really have to cut those people out? But those are the people that are in the way of what you want to become. So getting rid of them is actually the easiest step in gaining what you want. And now onto the final like tip, the final trick, the final trait. I know that I talked about healthcare, fitness, mental health, and even like the people surrounding you. Like all of that plays into effect on how to level up, how to become more confident, and how I did it myself and went from that past version of myself to who I currently am. And the final step, I know this might be a little bit too much to some people, but I started caring about how my appearance looks to others, how my appearance looks to myself. Like those people that I wanted to look like, what did they have that I didn't have? And I started attaining those things. Like, yeah, they had very beautiful long hair and I ended up getting hair extensions. Yeah, I spent money on myself to get what I wanted, to look like the version of myself that I thought is the best version of myself. And that might be shallow to some people, but it's okay to be shallow sometimes. It's okay to be selfish about yourself, because if those things, if those materialistic appearance-wise things make you happy and make you the better version of yourself, then go for it. Who cares what other people think? Yeah, other people might think that I'm vain for wanting those things, but fuck their opinions. Like, do they have the life that I want? Probably not. And if they did have the life that I want, would they be judging me in that way? Probably not. They'd be absolutely supportive. I'm gonna preface this by saying I didn't really get any plastic surgery. I'm thinking of getting plastic surgery, but a lot of the reason why like my face shape and stuff looks different from version A to version B is because I lost weight, I worked on my physical health, my physical appearance, and I also became happier. And when you become happier, you see this shift in your appearance as well. You start becoming brighter. Like other people start noticing your glow. Like you're literally gonna hear people say you're glowing up, you're like looking a lot better. When you're feeling better about yourself from the inside, your appearance just starts becoming better and you attract the version of yourself that is technically the one that you want. Now, dealing with negativity is a big thing. Not a lot of people are gonna agree with like what you want and the version of yourself that's gonna be the most confident, happiest version ever. Like a lot of people are gonna be Debbie Downers, or are gonna be in your way. And if you're unable to cut them out, or if they're like irrelevant people that are pushing you down, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna be like, why are those people pushing me down? Why are those people in my way? And when you think about the reasoning behind that, like a lot of the cases it's jealousy. Like they probably want what you're trying to work for and they're unable to attain it themselves. And when you put it that way, that other people are trying to basically like rob you off the better version of yourself, you start like pushing that to the side as well. You start cutting those negative energies away from yourself and just focusing on the positivity. I know I was just talking a lot and this video is not like my typical usual kind of content with the makeup and all, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please leave me a comment down below of what you think of this format of videos, because I love genuinely just talking to you guys in the camera without like showing you makeup. I love teaching you guys life lessons and things that I've learned. I'm 25 years old. I've been through a lot. I've immigrated from the Middle East to Canada when I was just 17 without any family at all. I feel like I've experienced way too much, and I would love to just be able to share that with you all in this kind of format where we're just like literally chit-chatting, and you guys can leave your opinions in the comment and what you thought, or if you relate to any of that, and I'd be so happy to engage with that as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you loved this format of video, subscribe to my channel, give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok, heya.itsmars, same username on all of my channels. Like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.